Welcome to day 2 of the 38th edition of the European Athletics Indoor Championships, coming to you from the Dutch town in the centre of the Netherlands, Apeldoorn. Visser, Skrzyszowska and Kambundji all looking very impressive in the semi-finals. Kambundji away very quickly, so too Skrzyszowska. Oh, there's a faller on the outside of Arlo, but it's now Kambundji pulling away, just edging out Nadine Visser. Skrzyszowska looks as though she got the third place there. 7:67. It's a European record, it's a championship record, and it's a gold medal for Switzerland.
Wow. A European record, that's 7:66 by Kalur, was the world record for a long time. Not just a European record, that is a mighty performance from Kambundji there. 7:67, it's still under the old mark, European record of 7:68 by Kalur. What a race. It was always going to be between those three. They all delivered, but Kambundji, I thought Visser got a brilliant start, but Kambundji there equally as good.
Utterly superb textbook hurdling from both Visser and Kambundji there.
There it is, Phil. Fabulous from Visser. I mean, she no more could have been asked of the Dutch athlete.
Absolutely not. Kambundji 7:67, just to confirm that European record, wiping Susanna Kalur's time from almost 20 years ago off the record books. Nadine Visser 7:72, a national record, and a great run, very close to her personal best from the 2022 European champion outdoors, Piga Skrzyszowska.
Absolutely. I mean, I knew from the start that it had to be a fast time, that everybody's going to show up and everybody's going to run fast. And I feel like that's what pushed me. I knew it had to be a really, really fast time to take the win. And I knew that being at home always does something special to you. So, yeah, it was a pressure, but I think I'm really happy that it turned out this way. I don't know. I think just the feeling that I had a goal. I set myself a goal and I knew what I had to do. And bringing it home is not always easy, and being proud of myself that I was able to achieve that under pressure. And then, I don't know, seeing my family in the crowd, seeing my mom and my dad waving at me, and they're always there for me, and to celebrate this with them, it's amazing.
9 athlete field, and there are 6 national record holders. This is 3 Frenchmen. Those 2 Frenchmen in the middle don't have the national record, but they're super quick anyway. And they'll know how this race is going to go. The world record holder, Jakob Ingebrigtsen, he likes to go off slow. It's very often the first lap, the first couple of laps, he'll sit behind and then he'll hit the front. But I wonder if he's got half an eye on his championship record of 3:33.95, set winning in Istanbul. But it doesn't seem to add any stress to Ingebrigtsen. He wears the pressure very, very well. And there he goes, straight to the back. I'd say none of the rest of these athletes are natural front runners.
Gradually accelerating. It's very cleverly done from Ingebrigtsen. The others won't now get on terms with him unless they put in a massive effort, and then they'd have nothing left for the finish. Gourley's left himself with a lot of work to do. I'd like to see him closer to the front there as they went through with 2 laps to run. But Ingebrigtsen leading them a merry dance.
I think there has been an increase from Jakob Ingebrigtsen over this final circuit. We'll get the lap split there. It's a 27. Jakob Ingebrigtsen is in the lead. He's been there for a few laps. He does not have a gap. Azzedine Habz of France trying to hold on. Isaac Nader with all his 800-metre speed is pulling up alongside Habz. Habz has nowhere to go. Ingebrigtsen is right in front of him. Habz and Nader are going to have to wait for the home straight here if they're going to get on terms with Jakob Ingebrigtsen. Ingebrigtsen with 30 metres to go. He's done it. It is another title for Jakob Ingebrigtsen. 3:36 on the clock. It's not the fastest, but it was a masterpiece of tactical running, finishing there with a 26-1. His 22nd European gold medal. And the first half of the double title defence is complete. We're just having a look back at the tussle, I think, perhaps between Robert Farken and some of the other athletes. This is when Ingebrigtsen made his move 600 metres into the race, and you can see there Nader, I think, getting clipped by Guillemot, sets off Anselmini, and that's the end of the race for Robert Farken. And that, unfortunately, is championship racing. Farken clipped from the right, clipped from the left, and that will have affected the athletes around him as well. Luckily, the pace was still gently accelerating at that point, but Neil Gourley, so unlucky in so many major finals. The Brit caught up in that move from Farken, sees himself off the podium again.
Well, it was the sort of race where maybe Habz and Nader thought they could have a shot at him, but his acceleration over that last 100, around the final bend, and then he gritted his teeth and really opened up over the last 30 or 40 metres, was mighty impressive. He might not be a 141, 142, 800-metre runner, but he specialises at 1,500 metres. He's made it an art running the 1,500 metres and the mile race, and it gives him time, that distance, 4 laps of an outdoor track, 7.5 indoors, to let it roll out, to dictate how it goes, and he gets it right time and time again. He's the absolute master of the art of miling.
A 22nd European gold medal for Jakob Ingebrigtsen, 3:36.56. Azzedine Habz on the podium again, as he was in Istanbul. But Isaac Nader, with his first indoor European medal, upgrades his 4th in the world indoors last year. The Portuguese athlete getting the bronze medal in 3:37.10.
I mean, the contrast is pretty big, because last year at this time I was home injured, and just wishing that I was not and were able to compete. So just very excited to be in this championship and to be fit and healthy and to be able to compete. And of course, nothing better than succeeding and winning. I was just trying to save some energy, and the hotel is it's very perfect. It's 13-14 minutes from the stadium, which is exactly what I do for jogging in the warm-up. So it's about saving energy and saving time, and not having to take the car or the bus to the track and then, wait for 10-15 minutes before then go back to warm-up. I can just leave my hotel room and go straight to the warm-up, and worked out good. As athletes, it's great for us, but it's even better to be able to work with your team towards our goals. And because if it weren't for the team around us, we wouldn't be able to do anything. So it's crucial that we're here, and we have the help that's in my team. And so of course I'm going to celebrate this win with all of them, and that's what sports is all about.
Thanks. Here we go then. The men's 60-metre hurdles. In lane 1, Apeldoorn of Spain. Lane 2, Job Geerts of the Netherlands. Then in lane 4, Guillemot. Lane 3 is empty. In 5, Wilhem Belocian of France. In 6, Jakub Szymański. In 7, Michael Obasui, next to the pole. He's from Belgium, Obasui. And in 8, Asier Martinez, the European champion in Munich 22, in lane 8. Really good start there from Szymański of Poland, but look at Belocian leading very tight this one. Belocian, oh my word, and Szymański takes it. Another surprise on this second day. Jakub Szymański, the silver medalist in Istanbul 2 years ago, goes one better. 7:39, his personal best a month ago in Lodz. 7:43, good enough here tonight for that. And he is the only athlete who's gone quicker than that this year. He did start as fastest on paper, and that was absolutely brilliant. But against the strength of Belocian, the winner 4 years ago, I thought maybe the Frenchman might shade it. He was so quick in qualifying, 7:44. But Szymański there, absolutely fabulous, quick out of the blocks, and he withstood the challenge from the brace of Frenchmen to his left. And they will be loving that one in his club in Sopot on the Polish coast. Wow, Poland are having a great championships, is building so well for them.
Well, that's the first Polish win since 1984 in this event.
What a way to finish the action there. Jakub Szymański, 7:43 from Wilhem, Belocian 7:45. And Guillemot back on the podium as well, 7:50, another European indoor medal for him. Apeldoorn, best of the Spanish athletes in the end. Good to see the youngster up in 4th place. He'll go in the men's 60 metres tomorrow. That gets underway. We will crown the fastest man in Europe across the day tomorrow.
But of course, all eyes here on Georgia Hunter-Bell, the Olympic bronze medalist, the European silver medalist last year. The fastest in Europe in 2025, Georgia Hunter-Bell. She's fast with 1:56 over 800, strong with a recent 8:36 for 3,000. She won the Milrose Games in New York a month ago. She's been in very fine form, hardly put a foot wrong this indoor season, Hunter-Bell. But it doesn't look here like she wants to lead in the early stages. On the inside, Guillemot running a smart race at the moment, running the shortest line, but she is boxed. Clément on the outside, the rest of them with Peleteiro of Spain there back in 5th place. place, just following along at the moment as they come round with 2.5 laps to go.
And Georgia Hunterbell is getting faster. It was a 33, then a 31.5. So she is really lifting the pace, and you can see the way it's blown the field apart. I think Guillemot has made a decision here just to run the shortest line, as you said, Tim, right behind Georgia Hunterbell. Afonso, the Portuguese athlete, has done well to get herself on the coattails of Ray Walcott-Nolan. But 4 athletes pulling clear for just 3 medals.
1 lap to go. Hunterbell then has gradually wound it up imperceptibly. These 4 away. It hasn't really seemed like much of an acceleration, but it's been very gradual. It's been very clever. And now she cuts loose. And Guillemot, the French, is on her tail. And Guillemot beginning to get away from the 2 behind. Afonso coming down the outside for Portugal. She's experienced as well. Hunterbell needs the power here now of this final bend as Guillemot kicks from home. And Hunterbell looks spent. Afonso goes past her. Guillemot kicks away to a comfortable win. The 2 Brits clash there. They're going to be 3rd and 4th. I think Hunterbell coming home for the bronze medal. But look at the winning time. 4:07 there. And Guillemot cannot believe it. The biggest shot of the 2 days of these championships so far. Hunterbell, the outstanding favourite, just looked deflated there over the last 150 metres or so. There was no change of pace. She didn't look right to me. She's hardly put a foot wrong this indoor season, but she didn't have it there in the closing stage. But Guillemot and the French have gold in the women's 1500 metres, and Hannah England, you and I both flabbergasted by that.
And Georgia Hunterbell, she looks strong at the Keeley Classic, leading almost like gun to tape. She had a pacemaker for some of it, for a 4 dead. So I wonder if we're going to hear in the next couple of days whether there's been something wrong with the Georgia Hunterbell, because she didn't look sort of as smooth as you'd expect over that last lap.
No, she didn't. This is where you expect Hunterbell to be strong to maintain her form. But Guillemot clearly had the instruction, stay with Hunterbell and use your speed. And here she almost runs into the back of Hunterbell because the Brit looks a little bit constrained with down the back straight. She really doesn't look like she's going flat out and running freely here. I wonder if she has been carrying an injury. Afonso, brilliant, just followed in the slipstream there. Eases past Hunterbell. No reaction at all from Hunterbell, who almost looks like she's easing up there down the last 50 metres or so. There it is, Guillemot of France takes the gold in the women's 1500 metres, the biggest shock of the championship so far. Georgia Hunterbell run out of the medals, the pre-race strong favourite. Her teammate Walcott-Nolan taking that bronze for Great Britain behind Afonso's silver for the Portuguese. It was a slow tactical affair, and Guillemot with that superb finishing speed just blew them away. 14.20 and 13.96 in rounds 2 and 3 are only 2 valid jumps. Still that big lead. Ion with that 5th round 13.98, getting a slightly stronger grip upon the silver medal position. Kilty still hanging in there with that 13.80 in round 4 for the bronze. Peleteiro Campiore. Now, historically, can she do something special here? Oh, yes. That's bigger. That's bigger, it's better, and it's the best. Perhaps a historically big winning margin if this is to continue.
And she does. She betters her own European lead, 14.37. And she is just telling herself to calm down. There is danger in this field behind her. She's going to have to wait for everybody to jump in that reverse order before she sees whether she has to go again to keep that gold medal.
Well, here's the final jump then that can deny Peleteiro Campiore the goal. It's unlikely, with all respect to the little Romanian who has jumped so well and so consistently. And her reward is something special if she gets the green light. I don't think it's the gold, but it's way beyond 14 metres. And Ion, her personal best 14.23. She gets the green light. The lead is 14.37. I reckon that might be a new personal best. It's certainly something pretty special, and she knows it. And that is fine reward for a brilliant series from the little Romanian, the only athlete who's recorded a mark every single jump. 13.99 in round 2, backed it up with 13.98 in round 5, gives away just 3 centimetres, 14.31. It's the biggest jump of her career. What a reaction from Ion, chasing down Peleteiro Campiore and only falling 6 centimetres short. Absolutely brilliant. There it is, Peleteiro Campiore winning by just 6 centimetres. For a while we were talking about the possibility of the biggest ever winning margin, but it was certainly not that. A European lead, 14.37, ahead of Ion's 14.31 personal best. Salminen and there, a super bronze for Finland with 13 metres 99.
Honestly, the atmosphere was crazy. The people, you can see that the people in this country love the track and field, and I was feeling that during all the competition. So I'm super grateful for all the public that was supporting me. Even if it's not a European in my house, I felt myself like if I was in Spain. Just enjoy each competition like if it was the last one. Because, in the sport, not in the track and field, in all the sport, you never know when will be your last competition. And what I do in each championship and each competition is enjoy until the end and, being happy.
Now Lasky. Second attempt for Lasky. Oh, that's a good effort from the former world under-18 silver medalist. Only been eligible to compete for Spain for about 6 weeks. Ex-Cuban, now domiciled in Spain. Spot on. Technically a really good jump. Yes, he's clearly, whatever they've done to repair the damage that was very evident in the qualifying yesterday, that Spanish physios have done a good job.
Yes, Spanish physios have definitely earned their money.
Here is Furlani. His penultimate jump. The Italian came here as the favourite after Tentoglu dropped out. Now, was that enough to take the lead? It looks as though he's finally got a legal jump in other than that second round effort. Yeah, looking at that replay, plenty on the board indeed. He didn't even touch the board. 25 centimetres, but 8.12, and he does take the lead on countback by virtue of having the second best jump. Now Sarâboyukov down in 6th place at the moment, hasn't gone beyond 8 metres in this competition. It's been a very interesting competition, it's been a very close competition. Sarâboyukov has jumped 8.19 this year, can get amongst the medals, and that might have just done it. Now, is it going to be a valid jump? This is his very last effort. Oh, good placement on the board. He was quick in the run-up, lots of elevation. 8.13. He's overtaken Balde, Lasky and Furlani and put himself in pole position. Oh, now Gerson Balde, who's had a few injury issues of his own during the course of this long jump competition. Needs 8.10 or better. No, that's not going to be it, and he's just going to miss out on a medal. Disappointment for the Portuguese athlete. I was saying it's a good night for Spain, good night for Portugal as well, with that silver medal in the women's 1500 metres. Lester Lasky now knows that he's confirmed as getting at least a medal. What colour it's going to be is still to be decided. Just Lasky and Furlani to come, but they've both been overtaken by Sarâboyukov.
And Sarâboyukov, he can just sit there and relax now, really.
Well, Sarâboyukov has got himself a Bulgarian flag. He's guaranteed a medal. Now, Mattia Furlani. A 1 centimetre improvement would give him gold on countback. He's twice jumped beyond 8.20 this year. He's got it in his legs. There's no doubt about that. He's quick. And that's a legal jump. It's very close. I don't think that's quite good enough, though, to get him the gold. It was a valiant effort from Furlani. And the European silver medalist outdoors last summer in front of his home crowd in Rome. Let's just wait for the distance, but I don't think it's good enough, and I think he's going to have to settle for another silver. 8.09, second place is confirmed, and Bulgaria, Balthazar Sarâboyukov gets the gold. 8.13 for the delighted Bulgarian. Balthazar Sarâboyukov, 8.13 winning by 1 centimetre from Mattia Furlani and Lester Lascai. Both men 8-12, but the Italian gets the verdict on countback. Balde of Portugal and Guerra of Spain also over 8 metres in that very entertaining and very close competition.
So each tenth to a second worth about 35 points. Away they go. Really good start there from Bastion. Good on the near side. Skrzyszowska storming away with this one. Coming back strongly at him. Tesla there over the last 15 metres or so. And that winning time, 6.93 for Skrzyszowska. Well, if that's confirmed, that is a massive personal best. He hasn't broken 7 seconds this winter. 6.99 was his lifetime best from a couple of years ago. And he's just run... It's confirmed, 6.93. Wow. And that for Skrzyszowska racks up a very, very useful 907 points.
Well, Ehammer had a flying start. Bruin running well at this stage. Also on the inside, Szymański having a really good run. Szymański on the far side. Well, it's been adjusted now. There's a photo finish. We think that maybe Ehammer just got it. No, it's given to Steinforth. 6.80.
Yeah, real battle there on the near side. Ehammer tightening up over the last 10 or 15 strides. Steinforth just given it. Look at that. How tight is that? 3/100ths of a second between Steinforth, Ehammer, Szymański, and then Bruin. At the moment, they're enjoying this. The crowds, the Swiss especially, soaking up Ehammer's performance.
Yes, Ehammer, well, had a massive effort in the first round that was judged a foul. That looks as though it's smack on the board, and if it's legal, it's a huge, huge jump. Whoa, 8.20, adds 23 centimetres onto the European Heptathlon Indoor Championships best. What a terrific performance from Ehammer, and that is 1,112 points, a magnificent addition to his total.
Here goes the big fella, though, the competition leader, Simon Ehammer. Now, this winter, he hasn't been throwing that well. He's a 15.30 thrower at his best. Hasn't reached 14 metres yet this winter, but he leads by 75 points after 2 disciplines. And that is big. That's over 15 metres, surely, from Ehammer. And just like all great champions in the multi-events, when it's needed, he's able to pull out something special. And that surely is over 15 metres. It won't be that far shy, I think, of his lifetime best, 15.31. What's he done here, Ehammer? That's better. 15.15. It was Steinforth, 14.68. My mistake. 15.15. No wonder he's happy.
This is Sonder score time. This is 2 metres 19. A little bit earlier, we saw him clearing 2.15. 2.19 to equal his own Heptathlon Championship best. And that is a massive 982 points. Just 1 centimetre below his personal best. And there are very few multi-eventers who clear this sort of height. In very simple terms, though, this is the very best heptathlon that the European Athletics Indoor Championships have ever seen. And there are the summary of points after 4 disciplines on this first day of the heptathlon. Sondersko time, that 2.19 performance, taking him to 3,689 points. There's all 14 men, going all the way down to Egaris Penskunskas. Well, it was a long time before moving them into the set position, but Kleiber has absolutely blasted out of her blocks. Bondrova as well, running extremely well in lane 5. There are 2 in lanes 5 and 6 now, starting to put a bit of daylight between the other 4 women on their inside. Santidrian coming through strongly as well at this stage. She's moving. Bondrova cutting across, but there's no doubt at all. 23.85, just 2/10 slower than the first heat from Paula Sevilla, but Liga Klava now starting to stretch away, and at this stage it's looking like a battle for the second and third places. Liga Klava making a big statement here as she's coming round into the final 50 metres, getting clapped by Femke Bol. Liga Klava is storming away with this semi-final. It's going to be a very quick time. 51.17, well, a lot quicker than the first race won by Paula Sevilla.
Brilliant run too from Mangione on the inside, the Italian getting through for that third place. 52.67. Well, that suggests it's a much softer race than the first. Brossier of France was fourth in the first semi in 52.07 and didn't get a sniff at a place in the first three.
Yes, confirmation there. Lika Klaver, 51.15. It was even quicker than the unofficial time. Second on time, the first semi-final winner, Paula Sevilla, 51.23. Henrietta Jaeger not looking quite as convincing as she did earlier in the year when she was running so well in Torun. And Molnar indeed does get out of his blocks very quickly. So too does Sodiril in lane 3, the Frenchman running very well at this stage. But it's Molnar. He's made up the stagger already 100 metres into this race on Coelho on his outside. Sodiril came through very strongly in lane 3, but it's Molnar cutting across at the break. 21.70 for the first lap. Molnar now really starting to motor, going through the gears. Behind him, Sodiril looking good at this stage, but it's going to be a real battle for that third automatic qualifying spot. Now Coelho starting to close the gap on the men in front of him, but it's Molnar looking around. He's pulling away. 45.49. Well, only one other European has run faster than him other than Molnar himself. 45.48 officially. So a great run from Molnar, and I think that confirms his status as the favourite for this competition. But Sodiril coming through, breaking 46 seconds indoors for the first time in his life with that personal best. Coelho. Well, Coelho not that far away from his own personal best of 45.86. And Attila Molnar, 45.48, looking absolutely superb, winning the first of those two semi-finals. Maximilian Sved, well, he's really come of age here in Apeldoorn. Had a terrific heat win this morning in a personal best of 45.69 and very close to it, winning that second semi-final.
My name is Lika Klaver and subscribe to European Athletics on YouTube.